Hello, it's Zoe, and today we're talking about curves in all the right places, and how to keep your curves when you lose weight. Because a lot of women reach out to me and are like, hey, I did lose weight, but when I did, I just felt really soft. I felt like I lost all my shape. I didn't look like I wanted to look. I didn't feel strong. I got injured. Like, a lot of stuff can happen if we just lose weight and we don't maintain or build lean muscle along with that. Of course, there's the anti-aging benefits of muscle, which just means that we're more vibrant, we have more energy, we burn more calories, we're stronger, we're less likely to get injured. But muscle does a lot for shaping our body and making us look more fit and healthy and vibrant and youthful. So we want to maintain our muscle, but we also want to lose fat, right? So today I'm going to share with you 3 big tips that have helped me and thousands of women in our community to shape a feminine, sexy, healthy body while losing a little bit of weight and just kind of getting that body recomposition. So let's get into tip number 1. Tip number 1, we're going to be mostly in the kitchen today because this is all about food. But tip number 1 is to have balanced meals. So here I've just put a sweet potato, asparagus, some fish, and some olives. So I think a lot of people just think like protein, carbs, fat, but we want to make sure that we're getting fiber as well. And the fiber is going to come from your vegetables. Fiber helps to keep us more full. Of course, there's all of those beautiful nutrients in vegetables that are so good for us. Lots of fiber and nutrients in the sweet potato as well, but this is a complex carbohydrate. So a lot of people think, well, if I want to lose weight, I just need to focus on protein, which is true. We want to maintain our protein. However, we need to make sure that we're also getting some healthy fats and some carbs as well. So what I like to focus on is just bringing my portion sizes down, but maintaining that healthy, balanced meal. Also, that means my blood sugar isn't going up and down all day because the fats are slowing down the absorption of that carbohydrate. So it's just giving me a smoother kind of template all day. I'm not going up and down, up and down. Whereas if you just had like a bag of chips or a bowl of cereal, you're hungry again an hour later. Even sometimes some of those protein shakes and smoothies, right? They have so much sugar in them, natural sugars from the fruit most often, but we're hungry again, right? So balanced whole foods are fabulous. That is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to find low-calorie swaps that are going to help you stay on track and not completely kind of blow your calories for the day. For example, instead of having mayo on a sandwich or a wrap or a burger, have just mustard. And that little swap alone is going to save you almost 100 calories. Instead of having a margarita at the barbecue, have a glass of wine. That could save you 180 calories. Instead of having a latte, have an Americano. There's, again, around 150 calories. Instead of having pasta, have zucchini noodles. That's 200 calories. All of those little swaps add up. One of my favorite swaps is instead of having juice, pop, lattes, I like to opt for amino H2O. But the reason why amino H2O is so amazing is not just because it's 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 sugar, and tastes so good, so it satisfies a sweet tooth. It's because it goes such a long way in providing our body with the building blocks of muscle. It has branched chain amino acids in it, which are the components of the protein foods that we eat. Those are filled with amino acids, but it's broken down so it's easy for the body to assimilate and absorb. It gets into the bloodstream really quickly. And what that means is it helps our body recover from our exercise. It gives us more energy to exercise, especially if we're trying to keep our calories on the lower end. And we don't want to be like chugging coffee before our workout. But it really does help maintain and build lean muscle. And again, we want lean muscle because it looks great, it feels great, but also, key point here, it keeps our metabolism up. And what happens is when we lose weight, our bodies need less calories. So you just keep going down and down and down, and you can only eat less and less and less the smaller you get. However, if you have muscle on your body, then you can actually eat more, because that muscle requires calories, that muscle requires proteins and amino acids. So when you're providing your body with what it needs, the metabolism is going to be faster. We're going to have more muscle. We're going to love our shape, and we're also going to be able to lose weight. That is why amino H2O is what I consider to be a secret weapon when it comes to shaping the feminine body, because most of us want to keep that muscle but lose some fat, and it tastes so, so good too. Yeah. So, for Labor Day weekend only, I have linked our BOGO pages for you. We have either wild watermelon flavor or tropical mango that you can choose from, depending on what you like. Buy one, get one free. Huge savings. You'll want to take advantage of this, and these will go quickly in your house. There's 20 servings in each canister. I find that lasts me about a month. So you can kind of think of that when you're buying bottles. Okay, I'm going to get 3 bottles. That's 3 months or 6 months. That's a great way to think about it. And you're going to save big. So I'm really excited for you. So that was tip number 2, low calorie swaps and including amino H2O in our routine, okay? One of my favorite supplements out there. Really, I will never be without it. Tip number 3 is to plan ahead rather than scrambling, okay? And listen, I'm a mom of a toddler. I am not a very good planner. And I mean, if you know me, you're probably like, come on, Zoe, you're not a big planner. But I have gotten better, and it has made a big impact. Now I want to open my pantry and share with you my list that Bodhi ripped that I still need to tape back up. But I do have a list right here of, it says Zoe's dinners, but really it's family dinners. But I have seafood, chicken, beef, vegetarian, and then I have a few appetizer ideas at the bottom. Now, I don't necessarily plan on Monday. We're gonna have fish tacos. That's what we're having tonight. On Sunday, we're gonna have fish tacos. On Monday, we're gonna have chicken. On Tuesday, we're gonna have beef burgers. Like, I don't really plan it out like that. However, I do kind of look at the week and be like, okay, what are 3 things I wanna have? I wanna have shrimp pad thai, my chicken fajitas, and then I wanna have like a healthy Mediterranean fish dish. So I will make sure I have the groceries for 3 meals in the house. Then I can just kind of play around with it, and whatever I want on that day is great. So planning ahead a little bit, just with some ideas to make sure you have those healthy things on hand. Because the worst thing is being like, okay, what's for dinner tonight? You don't know, then you're kind of scrambling, then you're just reaching for like whatever you find in the freezer, which is like French fries and, 3-month-old turkey burgers. Like, it's nice to know kind of what you're gonna do. Then if you order online, Instacart, you can save your shopping lists. So I have a few shopping lists that I have. I have like a bigger one when it's like I really need to stock up the house with toilet paper, paper towel, diapers, plus all the food. And then I have a more basic kind of little one that's like, okay, we always eat Honeycrisp apples. We always need bananas. We always need spinach and peppers and cucumbers and, tomatoes. We love our tomatoes here in this house. So when you kind of have that already done for you, it's so much easier just to like add to cart and get your Instacart order or whatever it is. I'm sure you could do the same thing on your phone and save a note on your phone, or just have one staple note that you just carry, like a piece of paper note that you could have that has all of your staples on it. Because most of the time, a lot of us eat the same things. And sure, maybe we're gonna have a different recipe here or there, and we'll need to get a few different things, but that's not so much like the norm for many of us, right? So streamline this, plan a little bit ahead, plan out some balanced meals so that you're not scrambling when it comes to dinner time. Find some low calorie swaps that you agree with. I also had another one, fresh fruit instead of dry fruit saves you 250 calories. I said all the other ones, but, and really make sure that your home is stocked with things like amino H2O that are gonna help set you up for success. So instead of reaching for a Mars bar or an afternoon latte, you're grabbing amino H2O, which is getting you closer to your goals instead of further. Prioritizing muscle is important, and I think people are sometimes surprised when I talk about it because they're like, well, you're a yoga and home fitness girl. But if you've done any of my workouts, you know that we like to build strength and build muscle, and you don't need to lift weights to do that. In fact, some of the strongest people I know don't even lift weights, and they are crazy strong because they know how to look after their body. They know how to use all the little teeny stabilizer muscles in their body, and they've prioritized getting strong. And that doesn't mean you need to lift weights or eat a carton of eggs every day. It's just finding the right thing that works for you. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to take advantage of the Labor Day savings today, and I'll see you again soon. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye-bye.